Welcome to Further Solutions Academy. Further Solutions Academy. Anywhere you search for this name, you will see it on Google, on YouTube, and anywhere you feel like. Okay, just in case you want to have a direct update, kindly subscribe. Just subscribe for direct update. You know, when you subscribe, anytime there is new things on the channel, it will surely on your phone. And also help us to comment on any of our video and like, if possible, let us know what is on your mind towards our video. On this video, I'll be working you on matrix, which is matrix is the topic. It's a course in advanced mathematics or in higher institution, anywhere you call it. It's also in elementary, which is secondary school. Now, outline of this video, the first one is definition and type of matrix. And the second one, it will be addition, subtraction, multiplication of scalar, which it means I'm multiplying a number, a matrix with a number, or that is video 2. And video 3, I'll be working on multiplication of matrix, which is when we're having the matrix multiplied by another matrix. That is what I mean there. Why this one, a number multiplied by one matrix, which you will see that when we get there. Determinant of matrix, adjoint of and cofactor of matrix, which is, these are video 1, video 2, video 3, video 4, video 5. And inversion method, that will be video 5. We have video 6, Cramer's rule, video 7, echelon form and rank of matrix, that will be video 8. Gaussian's elimination method, video 9. And eigenvalue and eigenvector of matrix, video 10. It means I'll be having video 10 video on matrix. For information, we have done it before, but I'm trying to review, do some review. I discovered our production on this video then was not bad. Even there are two courses on, which is calculus, both integral calculus and differential calculus. Be expecting our update on that also. It means I will replace these 10 videos with the previous video on our channel. Don't forget Further Solutions Academy. Now, let's start. Now, let me start with definition of matrix. When we talk about matrix, just note that matrix, just like when you talk about matrix, when you have several vector, we have vector 1, vector 2, vector 3. That will generate your matrix. Take note of that. When you have several vectors, it will generate a matrix. We all know what is vector. I think you all know what is called simultaneous equation, like 2x plus 3y and 5x plus 7y. Now, this can be 0, this can be 7. Now, this is a very good example of vector. It means I'm talking about this one. Let me use it. Vector 1, vector 2. It means I have two vector. It means vector. It means I'll be having 2, 3, 5, 7, which is a what? Equals to V1, V2. Now, can you see? That is it. Now, this is a matrix. This is a very good example of matrix. Now, when we have the more the variable, the more the what? Order. The more the variable, please note that the more the variable, the more the order. Now, we all know what is called order. I think that is very, very important. Now, that is what brings up matrix. Now, when we have several equations, with a different variable, we have it in form of what? Matrix. That is what you need to understand about matrix. That is very, very important. That is very important. Now, if I should define matrix for you, or let me first, before I define, let me put more explanation. A matrix A matrix is a simple mathematical structure that holds numerical information in rectangular forms. In rectangular form, usually enclosed by brackets. That's very, very important. That is what you need to understand about matrix. I'm just trying to put some understanding in. One, a matrix is a simple mathematical structure that holds numerical information in rectangular forms, usually enclosed by what? By brackets. Now, for your information, when we talk about bracket of matrix, there are different brackets. I think you should know that this is a bracket. This can be a bracket, and this can be a bracket. Do you get me right? Now, the matrix bracket is this. This is a matrix bracket. Please take note of this. This is a matrix bracket. Now, when you have it in form of this is not a matrix bracket. Some few of my students normally make that mistake. Anytime you have this becomes a what? Determinant bracket. It means at this point, when we talk about determinant, I think it's part of our outline. Don't let me rush you. You know, when we talk about determinant bracket, it means that will result you to what? To scalar, to a value, to a number that that you can commonly interact with. Now, when we talk about bracket of matrix, this is the bracket of matrix that you'll be using. When you have this bracket, that is the bracket that you'll be playing around it. Anytime you use this bracket, you are not talking about matrix. It means you are talking about what? A scalar value, which is we call it a determinant. Please take note of that. Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Now, and also note that I've explained that matrix is just like enclosed with the brackets, enclosed by brackets. Now, note that how do we generate matrix? For instance, when I have a school now, I have a school let me pick out a school, let me pick out SS students. Okay, now in SS student, I have male and I have female. Another way of generating matrix from what I've explained from a vector part. Now, I have SS1, SS2 and SS3. Sorry, here in Nigeria we use SS a lot, which is senior secondary school and JSS, junior secondary school. That is Nigerian system. Now, if I have 10 male in SS1 and 14 female, and SS2 I have 6 male and I have 5 female, and SS3 I have 21 male and I have 20 female. Now, by so doing this, another way I've generated another vector, which is vector 1, vector 2, vector 3, which it will lead me to what? Simple matrix. It means I can call it a matrix SS. Matrix SS, which is SS matrix, or let me call it matrix A, would be equals to 10, 5, 6, 10, 14, 5, and 21 and 20. Can you see? This is a very good example of matrix. Now, can you see that I've generated my what? My matrix without no stress. Okay. That is very, very important. It means I'm having 3 rows, row 1, row 2, row 3, and column 1, column 2. This is column 1, column 2. This is row 1, row 2, row 3. Now, that is how matrix form. It will be in form of rectangle. It can also be in form of square. It means when it is in form of square, we are talking about what? The rows and column are equal. Okay, that will be under type of matrix. Okay. Before I talk about now, let me quickly give you a unique definition of matrix. Now, it means a matrix definition now. Definition. I think with my explanation, you should be able to understand matrix very well. Definition. A matrix with m row and n column. N column is called an n by n matrix, where m times n or m by n called size of the given matrix. That is what I mean by. Now, it means when we talk about matrix, you have to consider what? The order, which is m by n. M is the row, while n is the column. Now, for your information, if you are to call m, for instance, if I have this matrix now, before I go deeper, I have A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A3, I mean 23, A231, A32, A33. Now, can you see this matrix now? Now, this is a row 1, row 2, row 3. Now, this is called column 1, column 2, column 3. Now, before I call any matrix, please take note of that. Your row is considered first. Your row is considered first. It means row by column. Please take note of that. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Row by column. Row multiplied by what? Column. Now, if I'm to talk about the order of this matrix now, okay, this will lead me to order of matrix. Now, before I go to order of matrix, if I have of matrix of B like this, which is B11, B12, B21, B22. Can you see that this is what? This is B by 2. It means B1. It means this one is talking about what? The row. And this one is talking about what? Column. Row 1, column 2. Row 1, column 3. Can you see? Row 2, column. Now, that is how we interpret matrix. That is how we interpret matrix. Now, let me quickly explain what is called order of matrix. Let me quickly explain what is called order of matrix before I now proceed to type of matrix. It means after you view this video, you should be able to understand everything about matrix. Now, order of matrix. Now, look at order of matrix now. Order of matrix. Now, if I should talk about order of matrix, look at this one. With what I've been saying, order of matrix is row by column. Please take note of that information. Very, very important. Very, very important. There are some past questions that I'm looking at. What type of, very simple question, but for your information, many students see they got it wrong. It was too painful. Very, very painful to me. Simple thing, bonus mark, and somebody lost it like that. Oh, well, no problem. Now, if I have this matrix, look at this one. I have C is 2, 1, 1, 2, and 3, 1. look at this. It's a matrix. It's a rectangle. It's in rectangular form, which tells us it's a matrix. Now, order of this matrix. Now, look at the order. The order will just be, listen to me. The order is, how many rows are we having? Row 1, row 2. It means 2 by, how many columns are we having? Column 1, column 2, column 3. Now, 2 by 3 matrix. 2 by 3 matrix. Take note of this information very well. Your row first, followed by what? Now, some textbook, they can put it 2 multiplied by 3. Anyhow you see it. That is very, very simple. Now, look at this now. Okay, if I have another matrix C, which I have 10, I have 5, and I have... Now, for your information, this is what? 2 by 2 matrix. This is 2 by 3, 2 by... Now, if something is like this occur, please take note of this information. I have 4, 5, 6, 10. Is a matrix. Now, this is a matrix. It means 1 by 4 matrix. Please take note of that. 1 by... How many rows are we having? We're having 1 row. How many column? Column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. Forget what is under it. Assuming something under it, it means becoming what? Now, it means 1 by 4. Another one, if I have something like this, please, I need to emphasize on this order of matrix, because it was so painful. Then, you know, when I was marking one YX something and the students missed this. Now, the order of matrix of this one, I have 1, 2, 3. The order of this matrix is 3 by 1. 3 by 1 matrix. How many rows are we having? Row 1, row 2, row 3. How many columns? And we have only 1 column. Please take note of that. Your order first, your column, your row first, followed by what? By column. Please take note of that. And before I end this video, let's quickly give types of matrix. Let's talk about type of matrix. Please take note of this very well. This all what I've been saying in this video. This so-called course, this matrix will rest upon it, because at the point of when we get to apply, grammars, all this rubbish, I won't speak. I will be walking. I'll be quoting what is there, and take note of this information very well. Now, when we talk about type of matrix, now type, I think let me rub this part. I don't need to put definition. Enough of time. I think I've given you a lot of examples and illustration on types. Now we're talking about types now. Types of matrix. Now, majorly, there are 4 types of matrix. Majorly, but there are more. Depending on your level of academics. Now, but when we talk about type of matrix, these first 4, they are very, very important. The first one, I will first talk about zero matrix. Zero matrix. Now, this is a type of matrix whose entry are all 0. The entries are all 0. Now, for instance, if I have matrix of 2 by 2. Hello, please. I'm talking about 2 by 2. It means, take note of that, the square matrix, which is going to be what? 2 by 2. It means the row equals to column, which is equals to 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, this is a matrix of what? 0 matrix. It means when you do whatever here, everything will result you back to, which is when it comes to a determinant, it will give you back to 0. Now, take note of that. And if I have it for matrix 3 by 3, it can be a matrix which is I have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, that is 0 matrix. Please take note of that. I can only call it 0 because, number one, it must give me rectangular what? Shape. Some will give rectangular, while some will give what? Square. If your row equals to column, it will give you square. if your row is not equals to column, it will give you rectangular. Please take note of that. Very, very important. Now, this is type 1. Type 2, I'll be talking about square matrix. Oh, that is what I've been calling upon. Square matrix. When we talk about square matrix, it means, I need to speak much English here. My row, let me use the word row, equals to column. My row equals to what? Column. That is a square matrix. It means the order must be what? It must have equal, for instance, this is a square matrix, matrix 2 by 2. If it is A1, A1, 1, A1, 2, A2, 1, A2, 2. Now, this is matrix. This is square matrix. Now, square matrix, it means the row equal. How many columns are we having? Column 1, column 2. Row 1, row 2. That is all. Once they are equal, it means generally it's called what? Square matrix. For instance, if it is 3 by 3, for instance, 3 by 3 matrix, it means the order is 3, 2, 1, A2, 1, 2, A1, 3, A2, 1, A2, 2, A2, 3, A3, 1, A3, 2, A3, 3. Now, can you see, this is a very good example of what? Square matrix. Please take note of that. The next one I'll be talking about okay, now I'll be talking about the next one. I'll be talking about a non-square matrix. Non-square matrix. That will be type 3. Non-square matrix. It's another type of matrix, and you must know how to handle such matrix. It means my row is not equals to what? Column. My row is not equals to column. For instance, if I have column of this form, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a matrix. Now it means my row. How many rows am I having? I'm having 2 rows and 3 columns. It means it's non-square matrix. Another one can be what? If I have in form of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, can you see? This is another type of it. It means how many rows I'm having? Row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1 and column 2. Now, take note of this. Order of this matrix is 3 by 2. Why this one is what? 2 by 3. Please, I'm just trying to emphasize on that because it was so painful, for somebody to miss a very cheap, simple mark. Can you see that is the order of matrix? Can you see what is called non-square matrix now? Now, let me talk about the last one. We'll be talking about identity matrix. Now, identity matrix it means when you find the determinant of such of matrix, it will lead you back to what's them? It will look to a value which is a scalar. Take note of that. Now, identity matrix. It is denoted by I or can be smaller than high or any form of high. Now, it means if I'm talking about identity matrix, the principal diagonal, please take note of that. Principal diagonal, sorry, I have to explain diagonal with matrix. Okay, but later. Now, it means if I have 2 by 2 matrix of identity, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is 2 by 2. Now, this is called principal diagonal. Please take note of that. This is called principal diagonal. This is called principal diagonal. Can you please take note? Document can ask you. This is called. Now, it means the principal diagonal are 1 or true. Now, if it is 2 two 3 by 3 matrix, it means 1 is 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Can you see? It means the diagonal is what? Is 1. Principal diagonal. Please take note of that. Take note of that. Very, very important. Now, when we talk about how do I use this thing? For instance, somebody asks you to add up 2. If this is a matrix, take note of that. This can be a matrix plus 7. There's no way you can add this type of number without using identity matrix. Now, because there's no way you add matrix, this is a scalar with a matrix plus a what? Plus a scalar. It will make, you have to make it all matrices of the same order. All matrices of the same order by having 2m plus 7i. At this point, it's now becoming what? A very good problem to solve. Please take note of that. I think I've said it all. There's nothing much. Don't forget, you are home with Further Solutions Academy. Let me to write it. Further Solutions Academy. Kindly encourage us to subscribe. If you have not subscribed before, share to your friend. This channel is loaded. We have over 300 videos, over 400 videos already in our channel. So you can come here and learn any topic of your choice: mathematics, physics, and chemistry. Once again, thanks for watching.